All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how we help this agency owner here, Kyle, our client, add an additional 20K in monthly recurring revenue in just under 60 days, which got him to around 35, 40K per month. And then now also, after a few more months, he was able then to scale beyond 50K per month and is on his way now towards 100K per month as well. So here's a quick picture of us at our in-person event where Kyle attended as well. And to give you some context, Kyle is the owner of Evergrowth Agency. They're an agency focusing on e-com brands. And these were the results for him. Not only did he massively increase his monthly recurring revenue in just a few months, and he also got back a lot of hours that he could spend on the business by streamlining the fulfillment in the operations. Okay, so he was really about how they're growing and he was really happy. And he said, he got everything and he would highly recommend this. We will also add this video testimonial here at the end of the video where he explains, I'll just scroll through it exactly, the support these have gotten and so on. So we'll add this to the end of the video. But most importantly, you might be wondering, what were the problems? The typical problems that agencies at this stage between 10 to 20K per month, what they face is usually inconsistent growth because they don't really have predictable lead generation, right? So in his case, he was mostly dependent on referrals, also a little bit of Upwork. He had like an Upwork approach, but didn't really have any outbound, any branding, any strong marketing, and had only a handful of sales calls in many months, right? And then also he had lower retainers, not so high, not really high retainers, so that way he could also not grow as fast. And also the operations were always a problem. Delegation wasn't easy, the processes were not documented, systems were all over the place. And therefore, of course, his days felt also unorganized, that he felt like he had to put out fires, didn't know what to prioritize, and also even work late in the evenings. And that, of course, is always the same, because that way you cannot focus on sales and working on the business, and that way you cannot scale towards the 50K he wanted to get to. So to fix all of this, here you can see him at our event, is we implemented, first of all, a refined offer and niche and positioning. We figured out for him, for example, which was very interesting. We always help, first of all, analyze everybody, the clients that they're currently working with and the clients they've worked with in the past. And then from that, come up with a really attractive offer and positioning based on your best results and based on how to best communicate this to the market. And turned out with him that we found out there was a sub niche that he was really good at serving. And we then reworked his positioning to really position his agency as an authority and as a specialist for this specific niche, which was really good. And it allowed him to really raise his prices, and he got lots of referrals suddenly from other brands that were similar and from people in the network from other agencies who did complementary services. So that was fantastic, and he got already a bunch of referrals like that and also more inbound calls. And then from there, we helped them with our predictable agency system here. Especially with these channels here, we helped him build a complete outbound engine, improve the messaging, the tracking, the daily volume, and get consistent qualified calls. And then also outsource this, build systems so that he doesn't have to do it all this by himself. And then on the operational front, helped him improve the hiring an A-player team, improving his systems, his operations, the onboarding and delegation of tasks, so it stopped bouncing all back to him. And that way, we helped him organize the fulfillment and the backend operations to free him from low-value work, right? And so these things combined, the positioning, the predictable outbound, the stronger operation system, led him to cut down his time in the operations and allowed him to focus way more on sales and leadership and scale fast. And this is when it really then took off for him. And so the results were, as you can see him as well here, pretty happy man. At a 20K in recurring revenue within 60 days through improved outbound sales rhythm and also the positioning, of course, helped a lot. Then he could close, because of this, higher retainers and build a predictable lead flow. And most importantly for him as well, he gained clearer structure, because he was very good at what he does, and when he had good leads on the call, he could also close them, right? And that's why what was important for him, that the operations then also were well dialed in, that everything was documented, the backend was smoother, and then also the team could step up, the people we helped him hire, the onboarding improved, and the overwhelm really went down. And of course, it helped him have more confidence, focus, personal life balance. He's also a father, he's a dad, has kids, and that's why I allowed him also have a little bit more time for that. And so then he ended with stronger systems, more revenue, and also long-term scaling momentum. So you can see lots of cool wins here. Landed new client here, more sales calls, 2 new clients, massive client closed, 4.5K plus 5% of revenue. Another client, 2 new clients, another client, another brand, another client, 2 new client, land a new client. So you can see what's happening here. Landing another client, 2 more sales calls, another hires on board, there's more operational wins here. So you can see already another client, and then here, more proposals and hiring, new client. So tons of those we had all the time since we helped him implement this. And here you can see more of the wins from his side. So this is the summary. The cool thing for him was then, as I said, he scaled from this 10, 15K, first of all, to around 35, 40K. And then from there, now is all the way over 50K and scaling beyond that. So nice, really nice jump, huge improvement for him. And everything else also for the operation side really improved for him. We were going to put now at the end this video so you can check it out. You can check Trustpilot and read this one as well. And with that being said, if you also find yourself at a similar stage, that your agency, that you don't really have predictable lead gen and you want to really improve that, while at the same time also feeling like, hey, I want to make sure operations are good, both of them, you either more on one of them or both, then this is a very similar situation that we've helped already countless agencies with. And what I would then invite you with is to book a discovery call with our team under this video, the link or a button under this video, put in the form, give some info about your agency, and then we can come up with a plan. What are the right systems that you need right now, something like these here, that if you implement them into your agency and copy them from us and we help you adapt them, that you will then actually get more leads, close more high-paying clients, reduce your time in the operations, and ensure client results are good while you're still actually have time to work on the business. So if that sounds interesting, click on the button below, fill out the form, and then looking forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.
Within the first 60 days of working with this team, I've added $20,000 of recurring revenue into our agency. Hey everyone, my name is Kyle Ellerbrock from Evergrowth Agency. We help e-commerce brands scale their advertising efforts, specifically focused on health and wellness brands. I want to give a huge shout out to Killian Marquette and the Consistent Performance Mentorship Program. I've been in the marketing world for about 10 years, and within the first 60 days of working with this team, I've added $20,000 of recurring revenue into our agency. They've not only helped me dial in my systems, but they've also given me the support with weekly calls. The whole team, from Adele to Killian, they're amazing. If you're considering this, if you're an agency, consultancy, you're a brand, and you're looking to not only just increase your results with your agency, but you're also looking to improve your own self. Everything in my life has dramatically improved and we are skyrocketing in growth. So I can't be more than happy to leave this review. If you're considering support or help growing your agency, I wouldn't look no farther than this team. I appreciate all your guys' help. I'll see you guys in the next one.